Hello, this show is brought to you by viewers like you. Hello, and welcome to the Joys of Chibi. My name is Moondog, and I hope you're having a good day. And if not, I hope I can make it a little bit better for you. I want to help inspire you to reach your artistic goals, because I believe in you. Today we are going to be drawing some of the background scenery today. So let's head over to the critter barn and get started. As you can see, we're kind of working on what's left on the new setup for the barnyard. So the reason we're doing this today is because I'm showing off my new model. As I break away from some of the more preset VTuber software to the lighter weight PNG Tuber software, where I make my own custom assets that kind of fit in a little better. We're going to be doing some, I wanted to show off some of how, the background is made. We're kind of transitioning to better versions. Like the Chibi Woods background, if we take a quick glance at that, it's very well shaded, and I figured out how to do the shading very well on this by having dark and light areas of different colors, of bright and not bright, you know, like warm colors and dark colors to varying degrees. Oh. There I was. Anyway, same thing with the critter barn. I was working with some shading with that. Could probably put a little underneath here, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Today we're working on the barnyard. Certain things are not the layers that they should be on, so we have to redraw the clouds, redo the sun, a lot of stuff really. So I think we're gonna try and redo the trees while we're on stream. I'm kinda got the fence laid back out, but it's not quite perfect. We're gonna hide that for a minute and focus on these trees. With these trees, right now they're two segments. The back trees and the front trees. Really these should be a bunch of individual trees. So we might just put these on like an opacity layer. Get an idea of where they are. We reduce the opacity to about 25%. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to start a new thing. Like maybe a new tree altogether. We're going to do a tree together. A tree. I made a group folder for a tree, then I added a layer. And I think on this layer what we're going to work on is maybe... You know, let's pull the color back. Let's gonna pull the color of a trunk, or color of the leaves. We're gonna do leaves first, for one tree. And I think it's gonna be this tree here. What? Let's see. Here we go. I want it to be, yeah. No. Hold on. No. Hold on. There we go. I think we're getting what we want now. there. Maybe. That might be a little hard to see. Give me a second. Just gonna fill that in. There. Now, I'm gonna try and start the outline. So what I usually do for an outline is we usually go black. But that might be a bit harsh. So we may do a black outline for the whole forest. And we may try and stick to like a dark green for these. About like that. Yeah. We'll do it like this. Trying to go too fast. I always try to go too fast. I start getting into rhythm and I start going too fast. So it's important to breathe. Take our time. Oh. And try not to sing anything that can get us in trouble. Because I want to sing! I want to sing that it's magic. Oh, 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 it's magic. You know. Okay. There we go. I think that looks like a pretty good tree. And we want a trunk to be right about right in this area. So I'm gonna bring this up again. And we're gonna take the color of the tree trunk. Now we're gonna hide that tree back there. Really, it's in front of it, but so I think we're gonna do the same thing. Kind of want this tree trunk to be right about here. Oh, we need a new layer for the tree trunk. Okay. Get the layer. Go right about here. Yeah. That'll walk. Yeah. It's looking pretty good. Maybe a little bit more... Hold on. Here and here. Get it a little more rounded on the base. Flare that base. A little bit. Yeah. Like that. And then we're gonna do the thing with the lines again. And we're gonna make a new layer for the line, which is gonna go right above it. And we're gonna go just a bit darker. Oh, that might be too dark. Hold on. That'll walk. Okay. So now we'll just do that. There. 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 Oh yeah. Coming along. And then we got it on stabilizer, so we can just bring it right down. Yeah, just like that. And now we can increase the opacity there. And that's a very wonky, lopsided tree. So I'm rethinking this a little bit. It really needs to be a big tree. So maybe if we get rid of these lines. Be a bit more like... After looking at it, I think it needs to come up here. There we go. Yeah. There we go. That's a bit better. Hold on. Not I want it like right here. And then it's gonna go here. Be a little more lumpy. Okay. Now we can ooh, wrong layer. Now we can redo these lines with that nice dark layer. And use stabilizer. And just go nice and slow. Oh. That is not the right color. Try that again. Okay, now we got the right color. Yes. Okay. And alright. I'm gonna have trouble with that one. So we're gonna just go right here and there we go. Okay. There. That's looking pretty good. I don't think it's the same color green. It is not. Hold on. Let's see if we can't maybe fix that. Oh. Increase the threshold just a little. It might walk. I guess. Good enough. I'm thinking how we can maybe... Hold on, let's look at this again. Touch on this. No! I forgot. Different layer. Yes, no, maybe, not. No, it didn't need to be. Okay, that's pretty good. I think. Let's say that's good. So, that's a tree. And how the shading is gonna be going is, if I actually open up a new layer and add a shade layer, what I want to do for shading is gonna be like, I'm gonna want the inside of the woods kind of dark. Like, why do I have the... Okay, I need a paintbrush. Got it. So, watch this. Say that. Hold on. I'm gonna take this tree and put it in between the two, and I'm gonna raise these up. Yeah. About like that. Yes. And so, how shading will work is, I'll make this nice and dark. Hold on, I need to set that to basic. Maybe not that color, maybe more... This color, no. Could do like this. But either way, it'll be about like that. Uh-huh. Do a little bit under here. Mm-hmm. 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 Like this. Mm-hmm. And then we'll have another layer that'll be a bit more yellowy. Oh. One here. And a little here. And then I'll set these down to like a low opacity. And boom! There we go. So check that out. It's very rough. But if we just like, the yellow here. Oh, raise this up. Yeah, this here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah. 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 That's what I'm talking about. Yellow. And then this one's... I don't know, which one's better? The black or the blue? I think the blue's better. The black's pretty dark, but the blue... Maybe if we do a bluish black. Hold on, like right here. Why am I... Hold on. Oh, that'll look good. Okay, so... I'm gonna do... a bucket tool really quick, just on these. There we go. Okay, now I can go back to the paintbrush. And we'll just go... all on this. Yeah! Yeah! E on this. Throw a little underneath here. A little there. And a little under here. A little over here. A little shade on that and this. A little bit of shade here. So when we dial this one back, and that one's a little rough. I mean, we did go a little too quick and crazy. There, there. Let's move some of this out just a little. So it ain't completely crazy. Yep, that there, that there. Yep, there we go. Then we can put a little shade there. Move that there. Perfect. Coming along good. I think this tree's looking pretty good. Probably not do it there. None there. Don't want any there. Yeah, take away from there. Take away from there. Add a little, just a little here. Yeah, good. That's looking good. Don't want none there on the tops. The ones on the tops are what's really messing it up, so. There we go. Almost. It's coming along. We're getting there. It's almost done. And then this, I want a little extra here. A little less here. There we go. And now we need to do a little bit of touch-up on this one. Don't want it under there. Maybe take a little off here. We definitely do not want it in the shadows. That really messes with the vibe. Get a little bit of that off there. Okay, let's see. It's pretty good. There needs to be more detail there, but that's kind of what I'm going for on the feeling of it. Like, this does need a bit more. Hold on, right here. Like, on this trunk, and this trunk, and this trunk. Maybe just a little here. Maybe not back there, but definitely there. See, I'm gonna have to add, like, bushes to hide this background, because that's feeling flat, like it's like a back of a wall, and that ain't cool. So, like, I'm thinking, to make these realistic shadows, they should probably be, like, right here. About like that. Yeah, there we go. And then this one would come up like about there. And then it would cut out right here. And then this shadow would start. Even though this technically still isn't realistic because the sun's right there. The shadows should be all out here. Technically, this shadow should come to here. That shadow should be... hold on. Right about here. This shadow should go there. I'm hitting the wrong button. And yeah. So, to be realistic, all of this should be filled in. Chibi Woods. But that's a little scary. So we might forego like we might move the sun over here. Or leave it there actually. I like the sun being behind the mountains, but it might ruin like the composure. Or composition. But anyway, this has gone on long enough. Just a little inside of what I'm doing with this, like, some of these mud puddles. I gotta, like, redo every single tree like this tree here. Every single tree is gonna have to be like that tree that I just did. May need to go darker on the green lines with the shading covering it up. But I got things like this muddy puddle. Where is it? Muddy puddle. Yeah, the path. Muddy puddles. Oh, no. Muddy puddles. And this muddy puddle is two things. So there's like there's like the muddy puddle. Then there's a rough outline over that. And then that outline gets cut to the size of the outline below it. And then we got a muddy puddle. And I'm trying to do some flat rocks around the sides. I need to make these this this fence a little bit more three-dimensional. That's what I'm doing on this. It's gonna take a lot of work. I'm still working out the composition, but the whole idea of this stream format, besides right now just showing off my model, is just, working it out. But anyway, let's go on over to the Chibi Woods and chill out over there for a bit. So, like I said before, this is all just to show off my model, in my whole process behind making the concept which I want to be my little drawing episodes, which I tried to get off the ground last year. But this is the outro scene, so it's time for us to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed the show and learned a little bit about digital drawing along the way. I really hope I inspire you to practice your drawing skills. I believe anyone can learn to draw if they just take the time to practice. I believe in you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye! Thanks for watching.